It's now been 2 months since BBG Entertainment released their first game, Dynablaster, for Steam, Xbox, and Switch. Let's look at the sales. So I'm at VGinsights.com, and they give a decent idea of how games are selling. And I asked friend of the show, Gatoru's, what he thought, because he's had games sell on Steam, Switch, and Xbox. And he said generally, these numbers aren't too far off. And also that you can kind of expect if you sell a copy on Steam, you'll sell one on Switch, you'll sell one on Xbox. Of course, it could change from game to game, but roughly it gives us a good idea what's going on. And they use analytics like the number of reviews to figure out how many copies have sold. And these might actually be inflated numbers because there are some diehard Amico fans, and I'll even say Amico critics, who were going to buy this game and post reviews that otherwise wouldn't. So this is less organic, I think, than a typical release. So these numbers actually might be inflated. So let's look at how the games are doing. So we have Dynablaster, Astro Smash, and Shark Shark. Dynablaster came out first, then Shark Shark, then Astro Smash. And you can see the prices. First Dynablaster was $20, then it looks like they lowered the price to $15, and it makes me wonder if they did that because of the poor sales of Dynablaster. You could see the total revenue. So let's see, Dynablaster made about $2,000. So if we triple that for total revenue, you're looking at what, $6,000 total? The other two games, a little over $3,000. If you tripled that, you would get $10,000 if I'm including Switch and Xbox and anticipating similar numbers. And the reviews, none of the games have got 10 reviews yet. I think you need 10 to get like an official average on Steam. None of these games have gotten 10 reviews yet. And actually these numbers have pretty much sat the same for the past week or so when I last checked. Dynablaster, only 50% positive reviews. Astro Smash, 66, and 77 or 78 for Shark Shark. So it has been the best received of the game. We can click on these games and it can tell us a little bit more. Let's see. So 120 units sold. So that means if you triple that, it's under 400 units. So not a lot. Let's go ahead and let's go to Astro Smash. Let's see how much Astro Smash has sold. 270. So by the way, it's going to be the same for Shark Shark because their numbers, it's interesting that their numbers are almost identical. It's like the same group of people bought the same game and wrote the same kind of reviews for the most part. So 270, if you tripled that, you're looking at about 1,000 units sold, possibly $15. And actually, let's go down here and you could see how many people were online at the same time. And, oh, wow, on October 14th, 2 people were online at the same time. But a lot of days, just one at a time. A lot of days, no one played it at all. And if you go up here, there haven't been any active players in the past hour or the past day. And that's why no one's finding anyone to play online with, because nobody is online. Let's look at Shark Shark. And if you look at Shark Shark, like I said, the same number, maybe 1,000 units sold between Xbox, Switch, and Steam. And again, look at this. One player. Ooh, one day there was 2 players. On October 23rd, there was 2 players at the same time. Nobody is online to play with these games. And these games are all about, playing with other people. And we'll look at Dynablaster real quick too. And if you look at Dynablaster, 1 person online at the most at a time. So you can't find anyone to play with. And that, again, this is why I don't think anyone's finding anyone to play with when they try these games, even though the online setup is kind of clumsy. Let's look at one more Amico game that was released on Steam. And that is from Couch in the Woods Interactive. It is Graviators. It was only $10. They've made roughly $2,000. They've had 8 reviews. They have the best rating of the bunch, so it's the most well-received game. And if we actually click on the game, it actually has had of the Steam version the most online at a time. You can see there's actually days when you had 4 players online, but most days, nothing. So what does this tell me? This tells me that, first of all, these games aren't selling. For as big of hype that there was for the millions of dollars that Intellivision Entertainment raised and put into these games, and for us being told that these games were going to be, groundbreaking and amazing games and the deep dive videos and everything, they're not moving the needle much at all. And if you even get $10,000 per game, that's not enough to support something like Amico Home or a system like Intellivision Amico or Intellivision Entertainment, where I think Phil Adam and John Alvarado, I think in the Start Engine campaign, pulled in close to 6 figures a piece, something in that ballpark. That's not a lot of money when you're talking all the people involved and investors, and by the way, the investors should be getting a cut of some of these games that were developed, I believe, for the Amico, because I believe the Start Engine campaign, I'm not 100% sure, I'm not a lawyer, but I think that they said that they should get a cut of the games even if they're released by other companies. So they should at least be told if they're getting money for these games, because there are sales being made. Intellivision Entertainment made some money in the sale, and BBG's making money in the sale. So if Intellivision Entertainment made money on Intellivision Amico games, then you would think the investor should get at least a small part of it. But overall, what this is showing is that Amico Home, which, by the way, according to John Alvarado a few weeks ago, was supposed to be released in beta form on Google Play by Halloween 2 weeks ago. And since then, crickets. Not like it's unlike Intellivision Entertainment to miss a deadline, but it makes you wonder if Amico Home will come out, and if it does, how quickly it will bomb with games that are just not drawing anybody. No one's buying these games. Like, yeah, 1,000 units, but for all the hype and the money behind it, you needed to probably do 10 times to 100 times as much. So Intellivision Amico games, they've been released to the public, and the public is rejecting them. Or even worse, just ignoring them. And that's a bad sign for the future of Amico Home. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time.